Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, today we discuss about classification of leaf based on their incision. Incision means division, partition, division. So you studied the structure of leaf. The expanded structure of leaf is called as what? Leaf lamina. Okay. Based on the division of leaf lamina are also called as leaf blade. It is also called as what? Leaf blade. Based on the division of leaf lamina, there are of following types of leaf, that is, first one we called as simple leaf. Simple leaf and compound leaf. Mainly there are two types, simple leaf and compound leaf. See, in simple leaf, what is simple leaf? Simple leaf is leaf where leaf lamina or leaf blade is entire and not incised or divided. So it is very important concept. So leaf lamina or blade is entire and it is not divided. See, this is the leaf. The leaf lamina is entire and compact. Leaf lamina is entire and compact. It does not show any divisions. So ಇದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ some incision may occur at leaf margins, but it is not complete. Complete means what? It should come to the midrib. The incision should be come to the midrib from margin. So now it is incomplete. Then leaf lamina is not dissected or divided or incised. Then it is said to be simple leaf. Best example for simple leaf is hibiscus. Best example for simple leaf is hibiscus. Next type, B, compound leaf. Compound leaf. Compound leaf is leaf where leaf lamina or leaf blade, same, leaf lamina or leaf blade is divided or incised or dissected, where leaf lamina is divided or incised. Then I will show you how the division occurs. See here, the leaf lamina. Okay, take the leaf lamina. Leaf, I will write it a single leaf. This is the leaf. This leaf is what? Simple leaf. The leaf lamina is not divided. Now what happens? The division of leaf lamina occurs. The division of leaf lamina occurs from, this is the central vein we call as what? Midrib, right? Midrib or main vein. The division occurs from or starts from midrib to, this is what? This is margin, leaf margin. The division occurs from midrib to margin, then margin to where? Midrib. Midrib to margin is followed by immediately margin to midrib. Hence what happens? See here, the leaves divides like this to form number of units called as leaflets. This is called as what? Leaflet. And suppose the division in the leaf occurs from midrib to margin, margin to midrib, then this type of leaf is called as, in compound leaf, once again it is two types. This type we called as pinnately compound leaf. It's called as pinnately compound leaf. Then the pinnately compound leaves, it is further divided. It had further division based on the midrib and the arrangement of leaflets. It will be discussed later. Then second, if the division of leaf lamina, see once again I write it, the simple leaf, this is the simple leaf, okay. So here what happens, the division of leaf lamina occurs from base of midrib, base, this is the base of the midrib, base of midrib to leaf tip, and once again this is leaf tip, this is base of midrib, correct, base of midrib, okay. Now the division starts from base to tip, base to tip, base to tip, ends it forms what, number of units called as leaflets, and these leaflets after division they look like this, and where the leaflets are arranged from a single point and it looks like the palm, it looks like what, the palm, hence it is called palmately compound leaf. So the compound leaf is divided into pinnately compound leaf and palmately compound leaf. Overall the leaf division or incision is of two types, simple leaf and compound leaf. Here leaf lamina is entire and does not show any divisions. In compound leaf, the leaf lamina undergoes division to form number of units called as what, leaflets. Then pinnately compound leaves and palmately compound leaf. If the division of leaf lamina or incision of leaf lamina occurs from midrib to margin, margin to midrib, then it forms the units. Those units are arranged on the midrib. Those units are called as leaflets, are arranged on the midrib. Hence it is called as pinnately compound leaf. Then in palmately compound leaves, division of leaf lamina occurs from base of the leaves, base of the leaf to tip. Hence there is formation of a palm like appearance of leaf called as palmately compound leaf. We will discuss the types and examples in the next video. Okay, in compound leaves, there are of two types. One we called as pinnately compound leaves and another one we called as palmately compound leaves. First we discuss about pinnately compound leaves. In pinnately compound leaves, the leaf lamina or incision, occurs from midrib to leaf margin, margin to midrib. Okay. Then there is formation of small units called as leaflets attached to the midrib. Now we discuss about pinnately compound leaves and its types. The pinnately compound leaves had following types based on the arrangement of units, means leaflets and midrib. See, the pinnately compound leaf, the first we called as unipinnate leaf. Unipinnate leaf. Uni means single. Okay. Here what happens? There is a single, see, there is a single or one midrib, and here the midrib becomes very strong and it is also called as rachis. On this midrib, the number of leaflets are arranged. On this midrib, number of leaflets are arranged. See here the arrangement of leaflets on the midrib. The arrangement is due to what? It is due to the division of leaf lamina. And division of leaf lamina occurs from midrib to margin. So due to this type of division, what happens here? There is formation of units called as leaflets, and those leaflets are attached to midrib. They are attached to midrib. See, the unipinnate leaf is once again, it is two types, that is peripinnate leaf and imparipinnate leaf. It is of two types, unipinnate leaf. Unipinnate means, see the midrib, there is one central midrib. Midrib is also called as rachis. It is now strong. Then these are what? Leaflets. These are leaflets. Then this type we call as unipinnate leaf. Then what is peripinnate? Peripinnate leaf means it is nothing but unipinnate leaf where the tip of the midrib does not ends with a leaflet. The tip of the leaf does not ends with a leaflet. It had two leaflets. Okay. Now we see here imparipinnate. See, in this case, here what happens in imparipinnate? These are the leaflets formed due to incision of leaf lamina from midrib to margin, right? Then in this step what happens? Finally the leaf tip ends with a single leaflet. Now you can observe the difference here. It ends with a single leaflet or a single leaflet. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು leaflet ಇಂದ ಟಿಪ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್. ಇದು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಲೀಫ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ನ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯರ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಟಿಪ್ ನೆವರ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೀಫ್ಲೆಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಲೀಫ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಯೂನಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್, ಪ್ಯಾರಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್. ಯೂನಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್, ಇಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್. Example for ಪ್ಯಾರಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್, ಕೇಶಿಯಾ. ಕೇಶಿಯಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು, ಓಕೆ, ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರೋಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ರೋಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಲೀಫ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೀಫ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೀಮ್ ಬೇವು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೇನೆ, ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೈಪಿನ್ನೇಟ್ ಲೀಫ್. Unipinnate, bipinnate. Bi means two. So here there are two leaflets. Sorry, here what happens? There is a central midrib as usual. This central midrib give rise to secondary midrib. Central midrib give rise to secondary midrib. Okay, on the, this is the midrib, this is the central midrib. Central midrib forms secondary vein or secondary midrib. On this secondary midrib, what happens? The leaflets are arranged. See here, the leaflets are arranged on secondary midrib. If they are arranged on primary midrib, then it is unipinnate leaf. Now they are arranged on secondary midrib, then it is called as bipinnate leaf. Like this, the arrangement also taken here also. Best example is Australian acacia. We call it as acacia or Australian acacia. Next type, tripinnately compound leaves or tripinnate leaf. In tripinnate leaf, what happens? The leaf lamina, the leaf midrib is divided into, this is the main, which give rise to secondary axis give rise to tertiary axis. See, this is the midrib give rise to secondary midrib give rise to tertiary midrib, right? On the tertiary midrib, the leaflets are arranged. The arrangement of leaflets occurs on tertiary midrib, like this. They are not developed on secondary or primary, they are developed on tertiary midrib. So best example for tripinnate leaf is moringa. Moringa means drumstick. ನುಗ್ಗೆಕಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದರದ್ದು ಎಲೆ, ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ that is decompound leaf. Decompound leaf. See, in decompound leaf, what happens? The leaf midrib, see the midrib get divided or it get unequal branched, multiple branching. The midrib undergoes multiple branching, unequal branching. Then these branches, due to unequal number of branches, what happens? The leaf lamina, division of leaf lamina or formation of leaflets occurs in narrower segment, occurs in narrow segment. Okay, so here what happens? The midrib undergoes an unusual dividing or multiple dividing. So it leads to formation of the leaf units, and the leaf units, that is leaflets, occurs in a narrower manner. It forms in a narrow manner, narrow segmented, like this. So there are narrow ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೂ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್, ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಲೀಫ್: carrot, parthenium, then coriandrum, ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು, ಅದೊಂದು ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು ಲೀವ್ಸ್ನ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅನ್ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ pinnately compound leaves, here division of leaf lamina occurs from midrib to margin, and where the units are formed called as leaflets. If leaflets are present on they are present directly on midrib, then it is called as unipinnate leaf. But in unipinnate leaf, the leaf tip, if ends with two leaflets or even number of leaflets, then it is called as peripinnate. If it ends with only a single leaflet, then it is called as imperipinnate. Then in bipinnate, what happens? Here the leaflets are arranged on the secondary midrib or secondary axis, then it is called as bipinnate. In tripinnate, here the leaflets are arranged on tertiary main axis or midrib, then it is called as tripinnate. Then finally decompound leaves, here the midrib undergoes an unequal or uneven branching. So what happens? The division of leaf lamina occurs narrower. So a narrow type leaflets are formed, then it is said to be decompound leaf. Okay, next we take up the palmately compound leaves and its type. Okay, next we discuss second type, that is palmately compound leaves. See, in palmately compound leaves, the leaf lamina, division of leaf lamina occurs from base of the midrib to tip of the leaf. Then it forms a palm-like structure. Now, the types of palmately compound leaves, that is unifoliate compound leaves, unifoliate compound leaves. Here unifoliate means here there is formation of only one folate, or there is formation of only one leaflet. If there is only one leaflet is present, and at the base there is formation or presence of a wing. See, this is called as unifoliate. Example, citrus like lemon, orange, etc. So here there is single leaflet. There is single leaflet. The leaflet division occurs from base of the midrib to leaf tip. Okay. Next, B, bifoliate compound leaf. Cl means compound leaf. So here two leaflet are present. Now see, this is the petiole from where the two leaflet are arranged like this. Example, bignonia. Bignonia, where there is two leaflets. Next type, trifoliate compound leaf. In trifoliate, there is three leaflet are present. So here now there is presence of three leaflets. 1, 2, 3. Example, oxalis, small herb. It grows along with the the grasses. Oxalis, it will found everywhere. Okay. Next type, that is quadrifoliate compound leaf. Quadrifoliate compound leaf. In quadrifoliate compound leaves, there are four leaflets. It also looks like oxalis leaf but here leaflets are 4 in number. See here, the leaflets are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in number. Example, Marsilia. Marsilia, where the leaflets are 4 in number. Then last one, that is multifoliate. Multifoliate. So in multifoliate, there are presence of more than one, more than 4 leaflets. Multifoliate, there is presence of more than 4 leaflets. Example, mulberry. ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ವರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ಗ್ರೋ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಲ್ಬೆರಿ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯೂನಿಫೋಲೇಟ್, ಬೈಫೋಲೇಟ್, ಟ್ರೈಫೋಲೇಟ್, multifoliate leaves. So unifoliate, there is presence of only a single leaflet, and at the base it contains a wing kuda irutte, wing. So example, citrus, lemon, orange. Bifoliate, there is presence of 2 leaflet, example bignonia. Then trifoliate, 3 leaflet, example oxalis. Then quadrifoliate, 4 leaflet, example Marsilia. Multifoliate, more than 4 leaflets, that is example mulberry, right? Okay, so far we discussed about the different types of leaves based on initiation. Now we discuss a very important concept, that is phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy, very important definition for 1 marks, and classification and definition example for 5 marks in annual exams. Phyllotaxy is very important. So what is phyllotaxy? Mode of arrangement of leaves on the nodal region of stem. So we know that the stem consists the nodes. Nodes means the specific point on the stem where leaves and its branches arises. On the nodal region, the arrangement of leaf, how the leaves are arranged, there are different arrangement we will discuss now. So based on the arrangement of leaves on the nodal region, the phyllotaxy are of following types, that is simple, that is, okay, it may be called as simple or alternate phyllotaxy, simple or alternate phyllotaxy. Alternate phyllotaxy. See the stem, this is the stem. Stem consists the nodes. On the nodes there is presence of leaves. From the nodes, leaves are developed. See, development of only one leaves from one single node. There is development of one leaf from a one single node. One leaf at a node, and their successive leaves are alternate to each other, right? So there is development of single leaf from one node, and the successive node also contains single leaf, but they are alternate. One is right, left, like that, okay, or left, right, like that. So this type of phyllotaxy we called as alternate phyllotaxy. Very best example for this is once again hibiscus, having alternate type of phyllotaxy. Next, that is opposite phyllotaxy. Opposite. Here, two leaves are raised from each node. In alternate, only one leaf arised from each node, and successive leaf or ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ಗಳು alternate ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. But here two leaves are raised from each node. Two leaves are raised from each node, but based on arrangement of their successive leaves or ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ there are of two types. That is, one we called as opposite superimposed. Opposite superimposed means, now see, I will draw the diagram. See, this is the main stem. In main stem, this is the main stem. On the main stem, arrangement of leaves occurs. Now you can observe here, there is presence of two leaves at a single node, okay. Each node contains two leaves, and those leaves are opposite to each other. One is left and right, but the successive leaves present on the successive nodes, all they lie parallel to each other. All they lie parallel to each other, hence it is called opposite superimposed. The next type, that is opposite decussate. Opposite decussate. In opposite decussate, now see here, there is also presence of or development of two leaves from each node. There is also development of two leaves from each node, and those two leaves are in opposite direction. One is in left and right, but the leaves present are developed in the successive nodes are also two and opposite, but they are at right angle to each other. They are at right angle to each other, and their successive also right angle to each other. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಲೀವ್ಸು ಇದ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಇಂದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆರಡು ಈ ಥರ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೆಕುಸೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಗಾವಾ, ವಿಂಕಾ ರೋಸಿಯಾ, ಇವೆರಡು ಕೂಡ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ದೆನ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೆಕುಸೆಟ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಟ್ರೋಪೀಸ್, ಎಕ್ಕೆ ಗಿಡ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ the leaves are arranged in opposite manner, but the successive leaves are in right angle to each other. But in opposite superimposed, the leaflets anbardu, the leaves arranged from each node are of two, but they are in opposite side, and their successive leaves are parallel to each other. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು? Then last type is whorled phyllotaxy. whorls ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ whorled phyllotaxy ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, more than two leaves from each node. ಒಂದು ನೋಡಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ರಿಂಗ್. ಅವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ contains nodes. In nodes see, each nodes contains more than two leaves, then it is called as whorled, and those leaves are in the form of a ring. Example, Nerium alstonia, ನೀರಿಯಂ ಕಣಗ್ಲೆ ಗಿಡ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಸೊ ನೀರಿಯಂ ಮತ್ತು ಆಲ್ಸ್ಟೋನಿಯಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಓರಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಲೋಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಫಿಲೋಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್, types, definition, examples, diagram. So phyllotaxy, mode of arrangement of leaves on the nodal region of stem. Alternate phyllotaxy, single leaves arised from single node and successive leaves are alternate to each other. Example, hibiscus. Opposite, two leaves arised from nodes, and if they are arranged opposite and their successive leaves are parallel, then opposite superimposed. If successive leaves are right angle to each other, then opposite decussate. Next, oral phyllotaxy, development or arrangement of more than two leaves and they are in the form of rings. Example, Nerium and Alstonia. Very, very important for theory and also for competitive. Take down. Next, we discuss about leaf modification. Modification, leaves undergo some structural changes to perform different functions. Next, what are the functions and what are its structures, changes? That is, leaf scale in some plant like example ruscus, the leaves are developed into browny scale to protect the bud, then it is called as leaf scale, and here is for production. Function is protection of bud. Then in some leaves, in some plants, the leaves are modified into food storage. Example, we discussed in stem also, that is onion and garlic, where the leaves are involved for storage of food. That is the fleshy leaves. Stem is underground disc-like structure on which the fleshy leaves are developed. Those fleshy leaves store the food materials. So here storage of food. Next, in some plants, the leaves are developed into fleshy leaves. Example, fleshy leaves means here leaves are succulent, fleshy and succulent for storage of water. That is example, bryophyllum. Main function is storage of water, and also some plants it is involved in storage of food. And in bryophyllum the leaves also modified for vegetative propagation by developing the buds. Next, leaf modified into leaf tendrils. It is also discussed before only. That is same. That is leaves are developed for protection, for support to plant. Example, cucumber or plants of family Cucurbitaceae. Okay, tendril, different types of tendril we discussed in the weak stem, right? Same here also. Next, leaf stipules. Yes, leaves are modified into spines. Leaves are modified into spines that is example we will discuss in the types. That is for protection, right? Leaves are modified into spines for protection. And now, from which part of the leaf spines are developed? There are different parts of leaf, right? Which part of the leaf develops into spines? Based on that, there are following types. It is also discussed in previous class. That is whole leaf spines. In some plant like cactus, whole leaf is modified into spines. See here, actually the stem is performing the process of photosynthesis. The stem becomes into green flattened structure instead of leaves, and the leaves are modified into spines. Leaves are modified into spines for two purposes. One is protection and another one is for checking the rate of transpiration here. Protection, and also they will avoid the rate of transpiration, that is loss of water, and especially in this type of plants, that is in cactus. The next type here, stipular spines, means stipules are developed into spines. See, this is the stem consists the leaf. At its base it contains the stipules, means small scaly leaf like structure. If these stipules develops into a pointed structure called as spines, then it is called as stipular spines. Example, Jujuba, right? So it had stipular spines. Here stipules are developed into spines. Next type, leaf apex a leaf apex is developed into spines. Okay, so see the leaf, this is the leaf, and the leaf tip is developed into sharp pointed end. It is called as spines, leaf tip spines. Example, date palm, date palm, ಖರ್ಜೂರ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಖರ್ಜೂರ ಅಂತ ಅದು. ಡೇಟ್ ಪಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಟಿಪ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್, that is leaf margin spines. Leaf margins are developed into spines. See here, the leaf margins are developed into spines. See, your leaf margins are developing into spines for protection. And example is aloe vera. Example is aloe vera. Aloe vera kelidira, aloe vera gel. So that in that plant, the leaf margins is developed into spines. So these are the different type of spines development based on the different structure of the leaves. Okay. Next, modification. So far we discussed leaf scale modification, where what happens, the leaves is developed into brown scale to protect the flower bud. Example in ruscus. The leaf are modified into food storage, onion and garlic. Fleshy leaves, some leaves are developed into fleshy juicy structure, and it store the water, and also involved in food storage, and also involved in vegetative propagation, but main purpose is for storage of water found in xerophytic plants like Bryophyllum. Then leaf tendril, that is in cucumber, and its types also discussed in weakened stem. Then leaf spines for protection, main thing for protection, and next purpose is for transpiration, means to avoid the transpiration. Whole leaf spines, cactus, stipular spines, jejupus, leaf apex spines, date palm, margin spines, aloe vera. Next, leaf modification. Leaf bladder. Leaf bladder. Leaves are modified into a bladder. Bladder means somewhat a balloon shaped structure. See, some plants, like example, Utricularia. In Utricularia, the leaves are developed into a balloon-like structure, a bladder-like structure, right? And this bladder consists bristles, small airy structures, bristles or bristles, right? So when the insect moves into this bladder, what happens? This mouth will close that insect, and this insect will digest it, because that bristles or bristles contains digestive enzymes. It digests the insect and it will suck the nitrogen from the insect. Plants will require the nitrogen, right? Hence, this for nitrogen absorption dependent upon the insect, as insectivorous plant, and it is called as leaf bladder modification present in Utricularia. Next type is leaf modified into picture. Modification of leaf into picture. See here what happens. The plant, picture means example, Nepenthes. Nepenthes. See, this is the stem in this plant. Add nodes. From the nodes, petiole is developed, but here petiole is somewhat tendril-like structure. It is somewhat curled, tendrilar type of petiole, and this petiole give rise to leaf lamina. But here leaf lamina is developed in the form of picture, and this picture consists the digestive glands which will secrete the digestive enzymes. Okay, see, this is leaf petiole modified into tendril. Then this is the leaf lamina or blade modified into picture. Then this is the leaf, sorry, this is not here, it's the lid. So this is the leaf tip or apex modified into lid, and this is mouth. When the insects moves into this mouth, the lid will close that insect. And the picture consists the digestive glands. It will secrete the digestive enzymes. That digestive enzymes will digest what? The insect, and they will take the nitrogen from that insect. For food, the plant prepare the photosynthesis. Some leaves are green in nature, but some leaves are developed into picture for absorption of nitrogen. For nitrogen, here the plants are developed as insectivorous plant. That is what we call as picture plant. Okay. So these are the leaf modification. Okay, so far we discussed about leaf and its types, modifications. Okay. Next, phyllotaxy. Next, we take up the flower. Flower is the modified shoot. Why it is called as modified shoot? I will discuss after discussion of the flower structure. First, we study the structure of a flower. See, the flower consists its stalk which attaches the flower onto the stem, and that stalk of the flower is called, stalk means supporting structure, is called as pedicel, is called as pedicel. The tip of the pedicel, the base it is attached to stem, the tip of the pedicel, it is somewhat swollen or flattened or disc-like structure. It is somewhat swollen, flattened, disc-like structure. ಅದು ಟಿಪ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಊದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ವಾಟ್ flattened. That is called as thalamus. ಅದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಥೆಲಾಮಸ್. On the thalamus, 4 rings of the flowers are present. On the thalamus, 4 rings of the flowers are present. Among them, the first whorl or ring of the flower is called as calyx. The individual units is called as sepals. The individual units are called as sepals. Then second whorl is called as corolla, and individual units of corolla is called as petals. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಫಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಥಂಬ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್, ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ second whorl ring is called as corolla, individual unit is called as petals. Then the third whorl of the flower is called as andrecium. Is called as andrecium or male reproductive structure, and its individual units is called as stamens. The stamens at its tip consists anther, long stalk called as filament. Altogether we called as stamens. Okay, group of stamens is called as andrecium or male reproductive structure. Then the last whorl is called as gynoecium or pistil. It's called as gynoecium or pistil. The individual unit of pistil is called as carpel. See, the gynoecium or pistil had following parts. The tip is called as stigma. Then long tube is called as style. Then at its base, bulbous region we called as ovary consists ovules. Ovary bears ovules. altogether we called as pistil or female reproductive structure. Altogether we called as pistil or female reproductive structure. Okay, so the stalk of the flower, pedicel, tip of the pedicel is somewhat flattened, thalamus, then on the thalamus 4 rings or whorls are present. First we called as corolla, individual unit of corolla sepals, first we called as calyx, it is somewhat green in color which protect the flower. The individual unit we called as sepals, second we called as corolla, individual unit we called as petals, the third whorl we called as stamens or andrecium, the individual unit of andrecium we called as stamens, tip of the stamen anther, long filament. Then last whorl we called as pistil or gynoecium, tip of the pistil stigma, long tube, style, base, ovary which consists ovules. Altogether we call as pistil, gynoecium or female reproductive system. See, I told you what is flower. Flower, the modified or modification of shoot system meant for sexual reproduction, See, the shoot or stem, it consists, shoot or stem, it consists what? Nodes. So these are the nodes. Okay, first node, second node, third and fourth. So these are the node, 4 nodes. First node consists leaf. Those leaves is arranged into calyx, that is sepals. Then second node consists leaves. Those leaves develop into petals. Then third node consists stamens, means the third node consists the leaves, that leaves develop into stamens. Then the fourth node develops into gynoecium. Fourth node consists leaves which developed into gynoecium, and these nodes are compressed. So flower is the modification of shoot, modification of condensed shoot meant for sexual reproduction. The flower contains 4 whorls. Whorls means rings of sporophylls. Phylls means leaves. Spore means spore bearing leaves. The leaves which give rise to spores. Male spores, that is pollen grains. Female spores, that is megaspore. Female spore we called as megaspore. Okay, so the stamens give rise to microspore, gynoecium give rise to megaspores, and these spore bearing leaves are called as sporophylls. These sporophylls are grouped together or condensed together to form a beautiful structure called as flowers in angiosperms. Flowers are not found in gymnosperms, pteridophytes and bryophytes. Gymnosperms, pteridophytes, they contain sporophylls, right? Where sporophylls are scattered, they are not grouped together. See, in gymnosperms there is microsporophylls and megasporophylls, but they are scattered. Okay, the pteridophytes are also contains the sporophylls, spore bearing leaves, they are scattered on the leaf, they are not condensed. But in angiosperm it is the modification of sporophylls, they are condensed to form a beautiful structure for undergo a better mode of sexual reproduction. If the flower contains all 4 parts are present, then it is said to be What? Complete flower. Complete flower. If any one part are missing, then it is said to be incomplete flower. All four parts are present in the flower, then it is called as complete. If any one part is missing from the flower, then it is said to be incomplete flower. See, in some flower like Michaelia champaka, ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದು, where the sepals and petals cannot be differentiate. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್. ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಸೆಪಲ್ಸ್. But in the plant like Michaelia champaka, bougainvillea, where sepals and petals cannot be differentiated, then that whorl is called as perianth. What is perianth? If sepals and petals cannot be differentiate or distinguish, ಸೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಅಂತ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ then that whorl we called as perianth. Individual units of perianth is called tepals. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ನ ಸೆಪಲ್ಸ್, ಕರೋಲ್ ಅದು ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್, ಆಂಡ್ರಿಷಮ್ನ ಸ್ಟೇಮನ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಪಿಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಆರ್ ಗೈನಿಷಮ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆರಿಯಾಂತಲ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಟೆಪಲ್ಸ್. ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್, ನೀಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ 1 marks in theory. Now take down the diagram of flower. It may be asked for 3 marks or 5 marks in annual exam. Okay.